Hey guys, welcome back to edsretrogeekout. Today we're going to be checking out this fairly large box that got sent in by Mattel Creations. I can't wait to open up this thing that is supposed to be holding some jawesomeness inside. Yeah, this is the Street Sharks capsule by Mattel Creations. If you're a Street Sharks fan like me, you probably didn't know this thing was ever going to come out. There was nothing on the horizon Mattel-wise of bringing back Street Sharks, and then all of a sudden this arrived over at my doorstep, and I was like, what? This thing is huge. Like most of the Mattel Creations things, this is probably a limited release, so when it comes out, definitely go and check it out if you're interested in anything that's in here. The artwork on this one is pretty darn nice. They definitely stuck with the Street Sharks theme as it was before. And over here we can already kind of see what is probably inside. And we got something that looks like Ripster. We got a paranoid kind of thing. And is that Clambo? No way. That would be freaking amazing if they have a Clambo in here. No way. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're meted with this. There's 3 cards in here. Yeah, we got Ripster. There's a card. We got a Karkas card and a Clambo. Not Clambo. So the idea behind this Street Sharks nostalgia box is supposedly what happens to character designs that don't make it to TV and action figure stardom. Well, at Mattel Creations, our talented designers get to resurrect them and create rare, valuable collectibles. That's what. Designed and brought to life from their original 1990s sketches, Clambo, Karkas, and Ripster are ready to wow you with their fantastic details and some serious 90s nostalgia. Well, Mattel Creations, you piqued my interest. Okay, so there's 3 of these boxes in here. This is the first one indicating Ripster. I guess Ripster is going to be in here. Adult Collector, yeah, this is definitely got the feels for an adult collector thing, like most of the new things coming out. I don't know, I'm baffled. This came out of nowhere. So this is Ripster, and the original concept art by Takayasu, the leader of Street Sharks, was known as Ripley. Later, the character went from light to dark blue and took on a more cowboy pool player persona. While his brother Big Slamoo became the jock of the crew, Ripster was initially imagined as the athlete. This Bill Bennick designed figure plays homage to the original sketch. Ripster is wearing cleats, a football helmet, and sunglasses. In the sketch's weapon of choice was a football missile, though the animation he wielded a destructive pool cue. Here the missile attaches to the figure's shoulder for a totally jawsome power pass. And then the designer is saying that his proportions are pushed, but not quite as far as they'd ultimately go. And I love the fact that even his name evolved slightly on his road to fame, fronting the Street Sharks. I do have to say that like these boxes are pretty cool. You have it opening up with a little magnet, and then you have obviously the window box, the original sketch right here. That's nice. And here he is, Ripley or Ripster. This is based off of one of the first sketches. Yeah, the leader of the Street Sharks as we know it. This is what could have been back in the day. But, you know, just remained a sketch. As far as the articulation goes, it's pretty much the same as with the original Street Sharks. You got an articulation point at the shoulders, one at the wrist sometimes. The head on this one, it doesn't move, but around the waist you can also move it around. There's no extra articulation on the feet or legs or anything like that. So it's really staying true to the original toy line. This guy also came with the original accessories like they were on the concept sketches. So you have this jaw weight right here. He came with the football helmet and all of the accessories like that. And you can also pop on the football missile, which doesn't really have an actual trigger or anything, but it can come out. There's no like spring mechanism in it, at least at first sight, or perhaps you have to kind of blow through it. Not sure about that, but apart from that, yeah, you got what was gonna be Ripster. He's got the glasses on. He's got his Goldfish Gym t-shirt. He's got this wristwatch and, of course, a power bar in the back pocket right there. And little piercing in the fin. That's pretty cool. Nice sneakers. He's ready to head out and kick some fin. And then next up we have Karkass. As this early character study shows, the Street Shark's nemesis was always imagined as a piranha. Later, the menacing figure in the sketch morphed into Paranoid, the even more evil alter ego to Dr. Luther Paradigm. This Bill Benedict designed figure recreates the early artwork showing echoes of the Dr. Paranoid mouth and feet, as well as the signature wrist flank and fins. He wears sneakers and track jacket that hint at the clothes of the Street Sharks themselves wore as totally jawsome human teenager shark hybrids. And the designer says that the ridiculously awesome idea of piranha hand puppets is what really got him. You have to try and bring this original sketch to life. Karkass, who has all the same articulation points apart from that he can also move his head around, and he has a lot of heads. He's got these piranha hand puppet things going on. The actual hands are pretty small, as you can see, but it's kind of funny how they fit on. It actually goes pretty smoothly. He's orange with like some fuchsia or like a bright pink, very 90s obviously. He's got these nice sneakers on as well, which obviously you wouldn't really associate with one of the bad guys in Street Sharks that look kind of more like one of the teenagers that got mutated. But this was based off of the original sketching. So you have the logo right there, two of these hand puppets. And that's pretty much it. I really like the colors in the sculpt on this one. So, very cool to see this one come to life for sure. And then we have the last one that's featured in this box, and it's called Clambo. It looks like Clamando. Yes, it does. Clambo. In early concept sketches, the Street Sharks military team's villain was known as Clambo. The half-man, half-oyster known in the series as Clamando appeared in the animation, but was never actually produced as a figure, although there are some prototypes out there. So whilst recreating it, the designer mixed it up a bit with the early character study. Now he includes a camouflage shell and multiple automatic weapons, just like the animated character. The 2D sneer didn't quite translate into 2D, but it's celebrated here in all its jawsome glory. As the designer says, on one early sketch, I noticed a clamshell camo pattern, and in another design sketch, the character had a bandana tied around his eye stalks. There were too many wonderful side gags to pass up by adhering strictly to one sketch, so they synthesized the figure into one. And then we get this totally jawsome dude, Clamando. Man, I've been waiting to get a Clamando. There's a couple of, there's a couple of customizers already trying to recreate him from the original prototype, but now we have this one. Looks cool. He did get some really wacky colors. I actually can't wait to open these guys up and take a look at all their points of articulation and kind of move them next to the original Street Sharks toys. So, let's take a look. I never thought I would be holding a Clamando. I've seen some pictures of prototypes, and this one actually looks pretty good like it, He's got all of the things down like we saw him in the cartoon. Obviously, the colors are a bit more bright on this toy, but you do have that action of that clamshell or the oyster, whatever he ends up being, opening up and his eyes breaking through it. So that works, that little gimmick right here. Most of the Street Sharks, when it came out, they had, some rubbery type skin. They had like a little action, which the two previous toys that I've shown do not have. But yeah, over here at least you get that extra mechanism that way of opening up the shell. Obviously, the head does not move, but just look at that sculpt. That's gorgeous. He's got the bandana around the eyes, like the designer was talking about. He's got, you know, he's armed to the teeth. Yeah, he's got some ammo right next to them. Love all of these little spikes on his shell. A little band-aid. He probably, you know, got hurt on one of these big spikes. Yeah. So you know the clam chowder. Love the way these guns look. They're huge. Pretty awesome. So once again, this toy also just has an articulation point for the shoulders, the wrists, and this time you can't move it around the waist or anything with the legs, but you can open him up and then he looks like this. So yeah, really like all the colors they popped on these. And this is what it says on the feet. I'm not sure if you guys want to know that, but that's what it says on there. Oh yeah. And here's what they look like next to the original Street Sharks. So height wise, they can definitely fit in. They blend in quite nicely actually next to the original ones. Jasen. So yeah guys, these were the new Street Sharks. New Street Sharks. I still can't believe they're back. If you want to get yours, get them over at Mattel Creations. I'll leave a link down below to their website, but you should be able to find it right away probably. Definitely leave down in the comments below which one of these toys you thought looked the greatest, which ones you want to pick up, and which other toys in the Street Sharks toy line you would like to see get a modern makeover like these did. Well, these were, you know, original concept sketches that finally got released, which is really cool, and it reminds me I have to finish a new toy history, but it's gonna come up in the next couple weeks. So definitely stay tuned, subscribe for more 80s and 90s toy content. As always, I'd like to thank everybody that's on my Patreon. Thanks so much to Mattel Creations for sending this one in, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you later guys. Bye.